Go to Jennifer. She also submitted a question on the economy. Jennifer?
Hi, Mr. President. My husband has an engineering degree with over 10 years of experience, and he was laid off 3 years ago and has yet to find a permanent job in his field. My question to you is, why does the government continue to issue and extend H-1B visas when there are tons of Americans, just like my husband, with no job?
Well, Jennifer, I don't know your husband's specialty, but I can tell you that there's a huge demand around the country for engineers. Now, obviously, there are different kinds of engineers. So a civil engineer, for example, right now may not be getting as much work because we're not building our infrastructure as much as we should, which is part of the reason why in the State of the Union I said, let's put folks to work, not just construction workers, but also engineers and architects, rebuilding our schools and our roads and our bridges and so on. Where you're seeing a lot of specialized demand is in engineering that's related to the high-tech industries. And now what industry tells me is that they don't have enough highly skilled engineers. If your husband's in that field, then we should get his resume and I'll forward it to some of these companies that are telling me they can't find enough engineers in this field. So it's going to vary, but as a basic matter, there's a huge demand for engineers around the country right now.
I understand that,
yeah.
But how, I mean, given the list that you're getting, I mean, we're not getting that. I mean, you said in the State of the Union address for business leaders to ask themselves what can they do to bring jobs back to America. But why do you think that the H-1B program is so popular with big corporations?
Jennifer, can I ask you what kind of engineer your husband is?
He's a semiconductor engineer.
See, it is interesting to me, and I meant what I said. If you send me your husband's resume, I'd be interested in finding out exactly what's happening right there, because the word we're getting is that somebody in that kind of high-tech field, that kind of engineer, should be able to find something right away. And the H-1B should be reserved only for those companies who say they cannot find somebody in that particular field. So that wouldn't necessarily apply if, in fact, there are a lot of highly skilled American engineers in that position. I'd be interested, I will follow up on this because I'm interested in finding out, and maybe we can get some information as to why your husband's been having trouble getting placed. We want to encourage more American engineers to be placed, and that's part of the reason why it's so important for us to boost American manufacturing.
I want to get more
Well,
about
I appreciate your I was going to say, I just appreciate your response, Mr. President. I'll have to take you up on that.
Thank you.